Bonjour, Monker. It's your Archon of Wisdom. And if you're on the East Coast, we're currently snowed in. That's right. Coming to you live from a big winter storm. Gonna report some news and let y'all know what's going on. So, the first thing on our docket that we're going to talk about today is the situation with the Beckham family. Brooklyn Beckham, I think he is the oldest son of Victoria Beckham and David. Hello? Brain. Anyway. Recent controversy has come up with Brooklyn. He just got married to his wife. And he came out and wrote this huge letter explaining basically why he has effectively disowned or distanced himself from his family formally, and that is because of what happened at the wedding. Now, interesting thing about the wedding, okay? There were a lot of famous people there. Huge event, huge wedding. So I imagine there has to be videos out there of what happened, allegedly. I'm going to need to see those. I'm going to need to bring those forth. Bring those forth for me to see. Because I need to know what are we talking about? What are we dealing with here? Okay? Brooklyn claims that his mother, Victoria, was very inappropriate, that she caused a lot of problems for the wedding. In order. First thing he said was that she had promised to make the wedding dress for the bride. And he says in the 11th hour, she decided, no, not going to happen, can't make it, sorry, figure it out. What the heck? That's already grounds enough for you're ruining my wedding, I'm about to fight you. But, second thing, he said that at the wedding, Victoria, his mother, barged her way in and took over the bride and groom dance and danced very inappropriately with him, very inappropriately on him in front of 500 people, I believe he said. It was a huge wedding. Mark Anthony was there from, my God, so I'm going to need people speak up. Somebody else speak up, because I need to know what are we talking about inappropriately, because from what Brooklyn and other people are saying, it's just a lot of touchy-feely, putting head on shoulder, being very clingy. Not that I'm saying that's not inappropriate, it is. If their relationship isn't like that, then yeah, of course it is. But there's a difference between that and throwing booty cheeks on your son. So I'm gonna need some more specifics on what's happening here. Victoria Beckham, honestly, to me, sounds very much like a boy mom. A super controlling boy mom. And the broader controversy of this is Brooklyn says that their family dynamic is really bad, really toxic. It's very much focused on the media and having media persona and being, PR trained and all that good media stuff, and very lacking in interpersonal love. And again, I'm not a Beckham. I'm not Brooklyn. I'm not here to tell him that his experience is wrong. Broader psychology will tell you that various siblings across the same family can have very different degrees of interpersonal connection with their family members, can have very, very different relationships with their family members. So I'm definitely not going to say he's lying or anything. That makes sense to me. And her boy mom attitude also perpetuates that to me, I'll say. But that is just my opinion, based on what we've been given. Again, I'm going to need this story to develop a little bit. I'm going to need some more evidence, you know what I mean? Moving forward from that, we're going to talk about the whole situation with Tara's World right now. I don't believe I covered this original situation. Yeah, I don't think I covered the original situation because I just wasn't really super. I kind of didn't really care, to be 100% with you guys. I kind of really wasn't super interested in what was going on. Because I thought the situation would blow over, honestly. I thought it was just TikTok drama. But, of course, we can't have anything good in this world. So it's not going to blow over. It's going to blow up into this huge situation. So, roll back. I'll explain to you guys the original situation with Tara's World. Tara's World is an online creator. She's a TikToker. She has a YouTube. She does lifestyle content, from what I understand. She's like a medium tier bougie LA girl, you know? Influencer girl, you know? So, she posted about the situation. It was close to Christmas. It was maybe December. She was looking for this fancy halter top. She was looking for it for an event, for something specific for New Year's. She couldn't find it anywhere. So she posted on her TikTok, hey, if anyone has this top and is in, the blah, blah, blah area. I don't know exactly where she lives in California. The area, the California. Let me know. I'll, pay for, Uber shipping or whatever. I just really want to borrow this top. I really want to wear this specific top. So she found somebody who had the top. They had organized together to exchange said top. And then, last minute, the person who was supposed to give Tara the top stopped responding. So the person stopped responding. Tara didn't get the top. She was really mad. She decided to make a video being like, oh, this person is a hater. They didn't give me the top. They sent me on a wild goose chase. I didn't even go shopping today because I thought I was going to get the top. If you're going to be a hater. But, it's mean what you did. So the person responded. Lo and behold, the person is a nurse. And got stuck with a last minute shift in the hospital in winter with sick people. Couldn't get her the top. So that's the whole situation. That's the backstory, okay? Now, again, I don't claim to know every influencer, okay? But apparently a bunch of other LA influencers know Tara's World. She got it like that, I guess. She's been around the block. She's met the girlies. So, lo and behold, 2026 rolls around. We have Tana Mojo buys the top, makes a bunch of TikToks with the top, about the top, yada, yada, yada. She basically just does this whole, video, with the top on, making fun of how she got the top very easily. And again, I thought that's where it was going to stop because, that's plenty. That's enough. I thought, I laughed at that. I moved on. I thought it was very funny. No, of course not. Of course not, because Gabrielle Hanna, or as should I call her now, Gabrielle Kroner, has to always open her mouth. So Gabby makes this video on TikTok being like, oh, Tara's World, this is for Tara's World only, please listen. She basically glazes the living God out of her and is like, I watch you, I promise, I'm a fan. Which she probably did because of, previous situation. Anyway. But I can tell you're not happy, babes. You need Jesus, yada, yada, yada. Gabby basically goes on to shame her for sex work, and is like, I know you're not happy with your life. You really need Jesus. Siri, play I Love You, Jesus by Trisha Paytas. Because what? She makes this whole video shaming Tara's World. And don't get me wrong. Do I like Tara's World? No. Do I think she's privileged? Yes. Do I watch her? Do I care? No. But don't shame this girl What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing shaming her for sex work? And also, Trisha apparently commented on it and was like, this. Girl, Trisha, please. Please, Trisha. We are in a very good place. I really love you, but I need you to shut it. Like, oh my god. Why? Like, no, we are not about to dogpile on her and shame her for things in her life that she does in order to make her living. And I understand that Gabby's like, I see you complain about it all the time on your channel. Okay, she's allowed, okay? I feel like even if you have a good life, you're allowed to complain. And social media is very much a place to complain about things. What else is social media for? My gosh, we're all just people on this app complaining about something. Some things are more righteous than others, clearly, but that's what people on social media do. Gabby, like, shut up. I'm so disappointed in you. Like, did you not learn anything from your own unfair treatment, Gabby? That being shamed for things that you have to do in your life, or being shamed because you want to complain about something in your life that you're struggling with at that moment. Like, Gabby, really? I don't want to hear you shaming other women. And I'm really, 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 like, I'm sick of this evangelical rhetoric. I don't like it in my personal life, and I don't like it online. It has no place. Honestly, I'm not for it. Leave Jesus out of it. Leave that man alone. Okay? Jesus has enough problems right now. Gosh. Moving forward into more serious things. As the snow falls, as it turns to sleet, and it becomes ice, it's becoming a real hazard here on the East Coast. I know a lot of influencers are West Coast based. But for a moment, because I am on the East Coast and I am very, very close to Washington, D.C., I have some stuff that I'd like to share with you guys. For Alex and Renee, Kaden, and all the others who have stood with us. There are people out there right now, as I sit here in my house. And they've been out there for weeks now. At least 2 weeks. Sitting above the highway that leads into DC. They have been protesting and holding signs and holding candlelight vigils diligently. I'm really fortunate where I live, that there is a huge community here of different cultures, and we generally protect our own. We use, whatever we can to communicate with each other within the different communities, because there are different subsects of disparaged community here. I have contact with people in New York City, and in other parts of the East Coast. And we also communicate with each other always. We definitely keep each other safe. But I am well aware that not everywhere I go, not everyone I'm with, gets to have that. There are certain places that I have to go, where I know that safety isn't there, and that I am at risk if I am a little too loud, or a little too seemingly aggressive, And I'm not blind to things that are happening. So, as the snow comes down, and as the sleet and the ice hits your window, think on things, on what is happening and what you can do. Do not let them get you down. Do not let them silence you. Do not ever stop. That is your job. That is your duty. Don't ever stop. Don't ever shut up. Put that camera up. Get them on camera. Know your rights. Do not fold under pressure. Things are going to continue to get worse. I love you all. Please stay safe. Stay inside, stay warm. Be kind to animals. And for the love of God, drink your water. Guys, you are looking a little crusty lipped. Please drink your water. I love you all so very much. Bye.